Thanks for tuning in, everyone. The story of the 3 seeds. Let's go. In a small suburban neighborhood, a quiet man looked over at his neighbor's garden with great envy. He noticed it was filled with an amazing plethora of beautiful flowers, trees, and a variety of fruit and vegetable plants. He then compared to his garden, which barely presented a single strand of grass. He had attempted to build a beautiful garden himself many times before, but failed repeatedly. One day he saw his neighbor taking out the rubbish and approached him. He asked how he managed to sustain such a beautiful garden and why he put so much effort into it. "I'll answer the second question first," he said confidently. "I put so much effort into my garden for a multitude of reasons. I'm a vegan and grow almost all of my own food, saving me a great deal of money. I also own a market stall selling my fruit, veg and flowers over several days during the week, bringing me a steady income. There are many benefits that come with growing your own food." Now the first question: time, energy, and most of all, patience. It takes everyday work and a great deal of waiting at first for the seeds to grow. Then it's all about maintenance and commitment. "How can I have a garden as beautiful as yours?" asked the quiet neighbor. "I have very little skill or experience with this sort of thing, and know it takes a great deal of work. I'm also short of money and could use some of the practices you mentioned in your life to assist with my income." The neighbor went back into his house and emerged a short while later. He placed in the quiet neighbor's hand 3 small seeds. "Take these seeds and plant them in your garden where the sun can see them, and water them twice a day. Once they've bloomed, I'll give you the next step." "That's it," the quiet neighbor said. "I think I can handle a little more than 3 seeds. I'm trying to build an entire garden here. Can't you give me a bigger task?" "Patience," his neighbor said. "You have to walk before you can run. Grow these seeds as best you can, and then we'll move on to the bigger stuff." The quiet neighbor went straight to his garden and buried the seeds in clear view of the sun, and watered them every day. He kept this up over several weeks, but nothing emerged from the soil. Frustrated, he went back to his neighbor's house and asked aggressively what he was doing wrong. "Did you bury them in clear view of the sun?" he asked. "Yes," the quiet neighbor replied, agitated. "Are you watering them twice a day with just the right amount of water?" "Yes," he replied again. "Then just keep going. Great things take time. Keep doing what you're doing and know the fruits will come." Several more weeks went by and the quiet neighbor kept up his promise. Still nothing came through the soil. The quiet neighbor stared at his garden, frustrated and annoyed one day. He was low on money and was depending on his new garden for food and income. In his anger, he walked over and picked up a shovel. He then started smashing at the ground where the seeds were planted, destroying the soil and ruining 2 of the seeds. He then stormed out of his house and went to the job he hated and had been trying to leave for some time. He returned at night many hours later, drunk and depressed. He walked out into his garden with a bottle in his hand and sank against the wall as he lamented his life troubles. A tear left his eye as he raised his head to look over where he had dug up the ground earlier. To his amazement, he saw a single leaf emerging from where the one remaining seed still lay. He walked over and stared, astonished with his jaw open, and quickly ran into the house to grab some water. He watered the seed with tremendous joy, his enthusiasm replenished and a smile on his face. Over the following days, the plant grew several feet and displayed amazing health and beauty. His neighbor came over and witnessed the birth of his first seed. Impressed, he said, "Well done. Many would have quit by now, but you stuck to it. Now I will help you with the rest of your garden." Over the following months, the neighbor mentored his new friend, and they built a beautiful garden together. The quiet neighbor was able to quit his job the following year and made plenty of money with the practices his neighbor showed him. Real success takes time, everyday effort, no matter how small the steps might be, combined with a great deal of patience. Many challenges will come to test your level of persistence, but if you stick at it every day, heading towards your goal no matter how long it takes or what life throws at you during the lean days, you will eventually succeed, as long as you know where you're going. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.